Well, hello. Welcome to Chillin with Chronically Happy, a diary of a disabled. It's been a long time since I've done a diary of a disabled, and I've just been trying to make content, just be able to push it out. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to push out more content lately, just to try and get more into my niche, and see what hits and what doesn't hit. It's been a really experimental year, is what I'd like to say, with my YouTube channel. The first year, I did a lot more blogging or vlogging, more like this, than actual doing anything else. And then also trying to stay with the trends of like getting ready with me. But I really like my Chillin' with Chronically Happy. Like, I feel like the title just hits, and then like whatever I put after that, is a little bit more about uh, what I'm feeling for the moment. Honestly, I never know what to title anything, and I know the title matters. I've noticed the title does matter when it comes to the algorithm and YouTubing. So, um, anyway, today's topic is kind of just getting rid of the old and getting ready for the new. It's getting towards the end of the year, and resolutions or whatever you do or don't want to do. I look tired as F right now. I am. I've been trying to relax as much as possible today, but I haven't even taken my meds, and it's like 4:30 p.m. and I haven't even taken my daily meds yet because I've been so preoccupied with, like, I got out of bed around 11, so I'm taking my meds now as I talk about it. My Charlotte Debray, where I got this merch from. I gotta say, shout out to Charlotte. I am only in the 0.1 percentage of your top fans. Like, there's people that are way bigger fans than I am, and that is like who I watch the most this year, and probably who pops up the most while I'm sleeping and while my YouTube is running nonstop. So let me just get that clear right now. It's can't even show on my one up. I really need to do a sinus rinse. It sounds like I am like super congested. Feels like I have to clear my throat. I am looking rough, dude. Oh, feeling it. I'm feeling the holidays, the festival holidays, and I can finally just kind of push on now and try and get back on track, because it's been really hectic over the last 7, 9 days, 10 days of nonstop of trying to get things accomplished, and then like having holidays and appointments, and I just can't get everything accomplished like I want to get it done. I can't accomplish everything I want to accomplish in a day. It's just ridiculously hard. I can't accomplish everything I want to get done. And so I've been a little frustrated because I haven't been able to accomplish almost any single one thing that I set out to try and do, besides just trying to get through the flipping day. I haven't even been able to do that half the time. Gosh, I'm just exhausted. This is my fit for today, guys. Kind of fun. The skirt doesn't really go with it at all, but my socks do. Shout out to my friend Sharon for hooking me up with some Dots socks. They really do go with the aesthetic of my headband and shirt, just not my skirt, because I went ridiculous with my skirt. Because when I was doing my clean out over the last couple of weeks, I decided I'm going to pack all my skirts and shorts away. I don't need them. And now all I have are like warm pants and stuff, and I've been dying, like roasting. It's so hot in my bedroom with my PC running and my PS5. I have to leave my bedroom window cracked like this much, or all the way open some nights. It gets up to 80 degrees in here, and I am sweating. I am a sweat when it comes to Call of Duty, and then the heat from the electronics in this small space just sets this place on fire with like hotness, and I just cannot cool down because I'm so hot. I'm so hot in here, and I will not take off all my clothes because anybody can knock on my door at any moment. There's 3 other adults that live in this house, so I really kind of miss my studio, dude. I miss my studio in Washington. I wish I still had it. I could not beat that price, especially once it was Section 8 housing. I had financial assistance a short while in Walla Walla, Washington. Um, uh, I'm still technically considered homeless, but I pay rent to my parents. So, but as a full-on adult, middle age, I am technically homeless because I can't afford to rent my own apartment in my own space. So I have to live with family in one of their bedrooms. And I don't pay nearly enough to help cover everything. I know that. I can't thwart my medical costs a lot. My medical costs are ridiculous. My copays are bad right now, and I'm getting several MRIs coming up. Breakfast of Champions, pills with Red Bull. I gotta set my copper pill aside because that will make me nauseous with nothing in my stomach yet. So right now, here is my sorting station, my bed, as per always. I am trying to get everything put away that I need to get put away. I want to get my boxes ready to send out. I need to get down to the credit union and deposit my money. I set up my freaking controllers and everything in a better spot now since I've organized my bead station garage since my dad cleaned that area. So now I have cute bows on my rabbit head. I've been intending to make this into a big fat candy necklace. Like, since I don't do perlers, I buy like wall decorations and put them onto necklaces. But I haven't made any of that funky stuff in a while. I've been trying to expand my creativity into other areas of jewelry making, bracelet making, using different kind of stuff. So I have been like kind of sorting through this stuff and figuring out what I'm keeping and donating and getting rid of. And then down here, I have my sensory collection. I needed a bigger tote because they were overflowing one of those things right there on the top. So I have all my like slime I made needs to go in there. Slime I made. My like squishy balls and stress balls and like light up little things that I need to make into necklaces again. And below that is going to be my YouTubing stuff. And of course, I kind of cleaned out my file cabinet here. Like, I don't like typical filing cabinets. I just need something to be able to get through it fast. And I have other paperwork. Keep paperwork for like 5 to 7 years or whatever. But like with my extensive medical history, I have to like keep way more because I'm so complicated. So anyway, I hope everybody has had a Merry Christmas. My Christmas has been spent kind of just trying to organize and get things like reset up in my room. Like I redid the closet. I just wanted to display my clouds, so I took all the other stuff from behind it out. Then of course I'm going to keep all those there. I may swap those out at some point, but whatever. I also like to hang some of my necklaces I made here. That one of them broke, the piece broke off of it. There's so much jewelry I need to fix and remake. I'm just not motivated right now to do it. Some of my favorite perler candy that was given to me that I keep up on display to look at while I'm on my PC doing stuff. Trying to keep this desk clean is another hassle because it also has like no storage. I currently need to order my filter for this because it's winter time and I need filtered air, man. So here's I'm missing my other heated glove, yo, so I put this in here so I wouldn't lose it. Oops, that's my, not that showing. So yeah, this is just what I keep in my drawer. I'm sure everybody else is a little bit more organized than me. It seems like I'm always misplacing my plugs, so I'm like, okay, let's keep them in this drawer. Got all my different like blue light blocking glasses, my actual prescription glasses, my letters for my Chronically Happy crafting corner chat board, which I haven't used in forever because I haven't done any crafting videos. And then these are all the clips that I've made or bought or been given I started making flower clips because people were doing the stem ones, you know, the sprouts. And I thought I would just go ahead and start making full on flower clips, you know, like handing those out. They're not as popular. I'm not going to, in the rave scene, they're just not as popular. But with other people, they are more popular. So I want to also appeal to people that are just not just ravers, but like just the general public in general. There's all types of people, and there's always something for everybody. So it may not be somebody's, you know, liking, but you know, just the simple gesture of it all, of handing something like this, that's really, when I mass produce this stuff, um, it's really not a big deal to hand one out of like the thousands of materials and stuff that I have and have spent money on. Like one bracelet's not going to break the bank, but I am being more picky about who I'm giving my fancier ones to that I've been starting to make lately. Um, this is my filter. I have it on my bed, so I'm going to order it. But also, changing topic. Changing topic. This is my desktop. I wanted to clear some of the stuff off. I felt so cluttered. There's so much stuff on here at all times. I wish I had more shelves. Like if I had more shelves to display those things, I would be such a happier person. I don't have things to display anything on. I have no way to display anything or to feel more decorative in here. Like I have to just kind of make do with the space that I have, and I just don't have that many places that I can display much of anything. This is my room. I don't have much stuff over the top of there, but I'm really not trying to deck this place out. Like this wall is pretty busy. It has a lot of things on it, and just so because well, you know, I've my mom pretty much put all this like explore and just go and more of that kind of stuff in here before I moved in. That's how she decorated it. And then I just had to add my own personal style to it and add to it. And I had to take out some of her things. There's my little mushroom shelf. Mushrooms of all kinds. This is one of my favorite things that somebody made me, was a mushroom out of beads. I'd love to paint these little mushrooms someday, the wood mushrooms. But there it goes on the ground. Somebody bought me that dream catcher, which is beautiful. And then I have another one. So something hanging. I don't know what that is. That is girlfriends. Oh yeah, something about supportive girlfriends and such. Another thing somebody bought me. Uh, Somebody else has given me this dream catcher. Um, I have my Narcan thing here, which I haven't taken to do many events lately. I haven't plugged this guy in or turned this guy on in a while. I like that. Choose happy. Then my W behind my Labubu lights up, but I like the way my Labubu is standing in front of my W right now. So it's just my initials, JW, J Weathers. I had to move a lot of my Rave things into one spot. I love this blind thing. Like this has been like the best to be able to help decorate and personalize my space a lot, is just having this here. It does take away a little bit of space for my dog, but this is still one of my favorites. I got a base canyon. It's hard to remember where I get everything from. This is my camping pass. I didn't have a box to store the stuff in. Like EDC comes with a big box, and Boo Fest didn't come with anything either. So I did find this whip at Boo Fest. So it is like a poison ivy whip. It's pretty sweet. You know, I may post it in the Rave, local Rave family of the whatever, just to see if I can find its owner, because I would like to try and maybe get it back to them, because that's pretty sweet. Like, I don't know how important it is to them, and like how, you know, I just want good karma. You know, I'd like to say it's a good ground score, but you know, this thing is like, that's a ivy tip for the whip. I mean, that is so sweet. And then it has this on it. I really don't know what it's worth. I don't know anything about it. I haven't looked much into it. I've had it hanging up here to remind me to try and do something with it sometime soon. Figure out if I can try and get it back to its owner. That would be so miraculous. Like if they are, I wonder if like they really miss it, or if they're just like, I know the first thing that I lost at EDC the first time I went, and I'm devastated I lost it. And I haven't even tried to ask out about how to get it. And this is like 2 years or 3 years ago now. Um, so I don't even know, and I have never seen the outfit sold again. And I can't remember exactly which website I bought it off of, but it was like the coolest bodysuit ever because it was Alice in Wonderland themed, and it had a big flap, and it was blue and white, diamonds all over the bodysuit, and it had the bow tie. The blue bow ties came with it, and some white ones. Like it came with so many things, and it was my very first rave outfit thing I bought, and I absolutely lost it the only day that I went to EDC in 2023. Is it 2023? 2023. I went to Sunday 23, camping 24, camping 25. Okay, so it was 2023. I lost it, and I don't have that many pictures from that night either. It was a completely first experience doing anything like this since I was a teenager. So I lost my freaking outfit. It fell out of my freaking pack at one point. I know I was taking things in and out of my pack almost all night, but I also was with my cousin and his roommate. I had just met his roommate, and all I remember about that night is I I went for the whole experience, and let's just say I was under the influence of a certain substance. I'm not going to get into, but it is the one more typically associated with that. Although there's several that are associated with that these days. So I don't know. I don't want to wrap myself out exactly because I also do not do that now. I have to stay sober because of my pain patches, and I get drug tested regularly. So I do not do any other substances besides the MJ, which is now reclassified at whatever effective date. Thank goodness. But I don't think everybody should use it either. I think it should be used responsibly, just like any other thing that can alter your perception. So anyway, don't want to get too much into a spiel about all that. That's not what I'm about. I admit it is part of the culture, and it's known to be part of the culture. So this was, like I said, in 2023. I was under that influence of that certain substance that starts with M, and or E. I I remember following my cousin and his roommate. Like we did the train thing. I was like stuck to him like a fly on poo until I got to the point where I just got so sick to my stomach because I did take too much, and I ended up just laying on the ground, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here, guys, because I was disabled too at the time, so I was having a lot of pain, and I wasn't about to like add more Vicodin or anything to the mix of my cocktail that I was on. Um, so I I got checked out by ground control and passerbys many times. I remember there are a couple of videos I recorded while I was under the substance as well, but I didn't video as much, and I don't recall which DJs I saw. So my first year I went was so very overstimulating, and I was, like I said, under the influence of a certain substance. So I didn't fully experience, and it was only one day out of the 3-day festival, and it was the last day. So, but I can say that I did see Skrillex from the bits and pieces that I remember. But like I said, I ended up just being a little nauseous and then in a lot of pain. So I just wanted to leave early, but I couldn't leave early. And so I just had a certain spot that I got to lay down and relax and finish my roll off. And so I just knew that. I go, you know what? I want to experience this whole thing. So when tickets went on sale within like a week after 2023 happened, and this all started with a story about I lost a piece of my freaking clothes because, yeah, I was going in and out of my bag. And up until the point that I felt sick and in pain, I just was following my cousin and his friend everywhere. And I just remember we were not at any stage for very long. We were like always on the go. We were just always on the go. And I felt like we barely got to chill with anybody. And then I met so many people, like, you know, people that he hooked up with and such. Anyway, not going to talk too much more about anybody else's personal lives and what they do with them. My life is my life. So this is just an experience I had the very first time I ever like listened to any real I'd been kind of working up to it. Let's say like up to 2023 before I went to EDC Las Vegas, my first festival. I was just completely tore up. I was tore up. I don't remember as much as I want to. And so I did the complete opposite the following year. In 2024, I went back and I camped and I went all by myself because I'm like, you know what? I want to experience it how I want to experience it. I didn't like the fact that I didn't have a way to leave when I wanted to leave. I didn't know anybody else. I only knew my cousin. I didn't know how to, you know, I wasn't on Radiate. I wasn't on any of these apps to try and meet people. Like, I was all by myself and just a little bit messed up. And, then I got lost in the parking lot and there was a whole ordeal about trying to find me and my group after the fact. And they stayed for the sunrise set. And I was just trying to find the car in the parking lot the entire time, completely lost and lonely and sad and upset because I couldn't find the car. So the first year I went was not the most fun. It was great up until the point that I was in too much pain and was sick to my stomach. But up until that, I had a great time and I knew I had to go be back because coming over those steps that first time and the massiveness and seeing everything as you come up over the bleachers was just spectacular. Like, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that experience. Like, it's the most beautiful experience I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, I have to do this. And it just so happens to fall on my birthday every year. So I was like, I have to do this until I die, until I'm going to rave to the grave. I had to take breaks, obviously, for my mental and physical health. It does help my mental health to be able to go to these things, though. So that's why I have gotten mobility scooters and I've gone and I've done what I needed to do so I could, and then get the disabled pass and like getting able to bring more stuff in because I'm disabled. Like, it's got its privileges to be disabled. I'm going to be straight up. Like, I've got privileges being disabled to be able to go to these festivals. They do treat disabled people very well. So I just want to say I appreciate how much effort places put into helping disabled people to be able to experience it as much as they can, despite, the differences in meshes of people from all parts and all walks of life everywhere. It's an amazing experience and nobody is shunned away. And I just felt so included, except for that first year because I didn't know anything about anything. So I was well prepared for the following year. I knew what to expect. I was so scared at first because I didn't know what to expect and I didn't know what to do and I didn't have anybody to hook up with. And my cousin and his roommate knew exactly what and where and how everything they wanted to do, but they kind of left me in the dirt, honestly. They didn't take care of me how they should have, but they were also under the influence. So, I mean, I give them grace for that. So I know what that's like. And you don't want to have a poor experience. So that's why I also knew to let them enjoy their experience, but also, you know, they didn't take into consideration how things were for me. But that is what it is. Good learning experience. So that's why I went by myself the following year and had the best year at EDC in my life. Then the third year happened, and I still had some problems that happened, and not necessarily with anybody I went with. It was just things didn't go good, and I needed help, and I didn't have anybody there to really help me when I needed it, like really needed it. My ex did step in though, like he helped me, but he didn't camp with us though. So it was at camp and getting from camp and such that I needed more assistance with. But everybody's kind of on their agenda; they need to go this way, and everybody wants different things. So it's really hard with group dynamics. Of you got to choose to do what you want to do, and it's hard in group dynamics because I knew this from the get go, but you know, I was hoping for better. But it was still a great experience and in a way different way. Finally meeting up with people that I've been wanting to meet and be with like the entire time, and you know, it's hard. You just got to get the time to get to know the people and choose wisely. And sometimes it just doesn't work out with the mesh of certain personalities. But anyway, I still love raving. I still want to go to the big fest. I can't go to EDC this year because of my surgery. I have my surgery on March 2nd, so I'm super excited that I need to get all this stuff done beforehand so I can prepare, because I've been through the surgery before, so I know what to expect. It's all about knowing what to expect. If you've been through something before, it's so much easier to deal with leading up to, because you know what's going to happen. But it's the fear of the unknown that stops a lot of people from being able to experience and have good experiences doing things. So anyway, get off my soapbox a little bit. I was expecting to do a pharmacy video, but this is just a diary, I can't, not dash cam, but a diary of a disabled. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I just really wanted to share a little bit of my experience with my very first part of learning how to rave and at festivals and losing a piece of something. And you know, and the story all started because I looked at that freaking Ivy whip that I had found at Boo Fest, and I really think I want to find its owner, because you know what? It would be a miracle if a person would step forward with the thing that they found of mine 3 years ago, to be like, you know what? I found this. Like, I want to make it. Maybe I need to make a Facebook page of like lost raverware and try and get things back that may have been gone for years or just in recent shows or fests. You never know. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and get something together. I feel like I wouldn't moderate it well enough or admin it enough and be active enough because of my ADHD. It's hard enough for me to keep up with my YouTube content. So, anyways, I'm gonna go. I gotta go try and get online for the side quest drop, and I need to go deposit that money if I'm gonna have a way to buy it. So I gotta see what's available. So I'm gonna cut this video short, and I'm going to do a separate video for pharmacy, because I still have to open the last day. Come on, I'm a day late already. So anyways, I love you all. Peace out.